Hi and welcome, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin with another Stampin' Sunday blog hop. This month we're focusing on the Night Before Christmas suite. Now I have to confess, this suite is a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's not really one that I would go for, even though I do appreciate all the beautiful bold colours and the kind of jolliness and the fun of this suite. So what I decided to do was focus in on the papers. So I purchased the Night Before Christmas Designer Series paper. It's a fantastic kind of combination of kind of imagery and pattern. So I'm just going to go through them with you now, and I'm going to be showing you the front of the back, or the back and the front of each paper. So here we have lovely yellow stars, and that's some trees on the back of that. Then holly with a red kind of just kind of like lovely decorative pattern. Then green with some stars. Then with Santa and his sleigh kind of flying over some scenery. Then this yummy kind of looking hot chocolate with cookies backed by the candy canes. Then this one with all the lovely lights backed with this kind of red sort of checkered effect. Then a lovely green, a bit more kind of oh yeah, just green looking one with presents. Beige with some ornaments. Then a red spotty one with some hats, stripes with stockings, and then this stripe here with some deer, and then this red one with some Christmas trees. So there's lots there to choose from, lots of different patterns and, as I said, images that can be cut out. So here I have 3 projects on the go. I wanted to show you how, even though I started from a very similar place, I've ended up with 3 different types of endings. So I've got a card on the go and then 2 kind of 3D projects. So the basis of all the 3 projects start off with a 6x6 piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm going to show you how I cut them. So to start off with, I took 3 sheets of Designer Series paper and cut the paper so that it would fit a standard UK sized card, we call it A6. So our A6 is just over 4 inches wide. So I would cut this down to 10 centimetres, which is just under 4 inches. So I would cut that off. So this is what I did to all 3 sheets of cardstock, Designer Series paper. And then I cut the length down so again it would fit onto a standard base card, and you'll see here from my base that how that fits on. So that would then be that piece there. So then with the remaining piece, the longer piece, I then cut it in a way so that would create a layer within that back layer. So I cut it approximately there, which is about 2/3 of the way. I don't want to give you specific kind of measurements. Use your figure it out yourself as to how much border you want around it, because I know the American sizes are a little bit different. So for numbers' sake, it's about 9.5 centimeters or 3 3/4 inches. So I ended up with 4 pieces of paper. Got this one, there, there, and there. But remember, I did this to 3 sheets of paper. So I then ended up with ones that I could then layer and use in different ways. So this configuration, this large piece with a smaller piece on top with the 2 spare pieces, are used for all 3 projects. So now I've shown you how to do that, I'm going to bring in all the different pieces that I've started cutting out. So as well as the matting layers that I've done, I've also gone ahead and cut out some different pieces, and from this is from the So Many Stars die set, and it's this lovely kind of ornate star, and this one was just a solid star, but I've put it through the wood panel embossing folder. So I've got these various little embellishments ready to stick on. Then I also cut from the actual paper, because some of it has got these lovely Christmas trees and various parcels and things. I've cut those out as well, and I'm going to be using those to create my card in a minute. So then also I've cut out and scored a box ready to go, and I'll give you the measurements of that now. So you start off with a piece of cardstock that is 7 5/8 across and 11 inches long, and then you score at 1 inch there, then at 5 inches, 6 inches and 10 inches that way, and then basically score an inch round each edge and then cut it like so to then create a box that's just going to be kind of, you have your base stuck together and then you're going to have that lid, and then that is going to form the design on the top. Then the other project that I have on the go as well, these are all the little bits ready to stick that one down. The other project I have on the go is this little simple little bag, and this is going to be closed like so, and then probably a peg put on top. So I'll also give you the measurements for this. So this piece of cardstock measures just over 11.5 inches wide. Now again, because you guys in the States have slightly different size cardstock, you may have to use a piece of 12 by 12 to do this. And it measures 8.25 inches that way. And then all I've done is scored at, oh, now in the States, if you went for 4 inches, then 5.5, and then 9.5 and 11, you should be able to actually get it out of an 11.5 piece of cardstock. And then I've got my little bits ready to stick together. Right, let's get on and do some sticking. So there we go, 3 projects using a similar template for cutting out the 6x6 DSP and using it in a kind of similar way but with some added extras. So with the box, as you can see here, I put an extra layer of old olive green cardstock just underneath that rectangle before I stuck it down. So you can do that if you want to add an element of a border to that. Then the white thread that you see in the background is from the flax ribbon that's in the main catalogue, and all I did was pulled them apart to use the individual threads. And there's something about this ribbon and thread that it just seems to curl correctly without too much bother, and you're able to just kind of stick it down. So just a reminder of that template. So we've got that main piece that I cut for the main background, so it could be for your card or box or bag. Then there's that panel from the side that can be used to stick in the middle, and then depending on the measurements that you're using, you may end up with a thin strip, a thick strip that can also be used as a decorative element, and then you're left with this kind of rectangle stroke square piece that can be used then for cutting leaves and various other things with. So I hope you have a go at maybe trying out this template with some designer series paper you have, and of course do check out that beautiful Christmas time suite. I think that's what it's called. Let me just double check. And don't disregard, like I did initially, a suite because perhaps it's not to your kind of artistic taste, because I was really pleasantly surprised at all the different patterns that were in the background, so the background patterns that were in that paper stack. So, and there's 40 sheets of them, so if you don't like one side, there's plenty of choice to use the other. As you can see, I've ended up going with very much the pattern side, but there's also some, more pieces that you can maybe cut out to use and use for decorative elements, as you saw me use with the Christmas tree and these little presents as well. So anyway, please go and check out all the other hoppers in this Stampin' Sunday blog hop. Click on the link below to my blog post. Under there is a list of everybody that's participated this month, and I hope you have a great weekend. Take care for now. Bye.